You got 5 seconds to subscribe and like the video, or you will forever have poopy breath. Yo, what is up, boys? Arky here, back again with a brand new video. And boys, for this new video, I've got a beast setup. So watch carefully, this PC is a beast. So 300 FPS in Fortnite on the performance mode for only 300 bucks. Like, no explanation, dudes, it's an amazing value and you should definitely get this PC if you're on a tight budget. And first up, we've got the CPU, dudes, and here it is, the beauty itself. As you can see, it's an Intel i3. It's a 10th gen i3 processor with 4 cores and 8 threads. 8 threads is very important for Fortnite, especially performance mode. Fortnite's FPS is very varied up to how many threads that you have on your CPU, and we've got 8 threads here. It's an amazing deal. Definitely get this CPU. It's by far the best. It's been released recently, so it's a 10th gen, very recent, very new, and it's an i3. It's a beast, boys, believe me, and the price is really good. So 31% off. It's 55 bucks at the moment, so get it while it's still in stock. And don't forget that it's an LGA 1200 socket. If none of these keywords actually make any sense to you, like the cores, threads, the socket type like AGA here, don't sweat it, dudes. I picked every single component out for myself and I know that they will be compatible, so don't worry if you don't understand what I'm saying by a socket type, etc. I've chosen everything, so you just have to look at the price and say, will I pay this for 300 FPS? Yes, I will. If you will, then good. If you won't, then you might have to pick out some components yourself. I do want to point out one last thing, dudes, and that's very important. The motherboard that we're getting is a DDR4 compatible motherboard. So if you have currently DDR3 RAM, it will not be compatible. So don't think that you can just get the RAM and switch it over and it will work. No, you need DDR4 RAM and also this socket. And here we have the motherboard. It's a Gigabyte H410, whatever that is. So it's an LGA 1200 and it supports Intel processors. Yep, the socket type says everything, boys. So this socket type is compatible with the Core i3 that we've got. So as you can see, it's an LGA 1200. It's also only 50 bucks, so that's a really good price. 50 bucks is a steal. You should absolutely get it while it's in stock. It does support only 64 gigabytes of RAM, so there you go, only 64. Don't get more than 64. I really don't know who would get more than 64 for this PC, because come on, it's not the best build. It's like more of a budgety slash mid type of build, because it doesn't cost that much and it's also for gaming, so you won't need 64 gigs for gaming. It is also a micro ATX, and that means it's a small motherboard. So as you can see here, it does look pretty small, smaller than average. Micro ATX right here. There are 3 levels for motherboards. There are micro, mid, and then high. And that means it's just increasing in size. And this one here is a micro. It doesn't reduce performance in any way. It's just smaller. That's all there is to it. And here we go, the beast itself. It's the GPU. It's an RX 570. So for those of you who don't know, this GPU can run in 200 FPS on ultra graphics in Fortnite, mind you. But if you turn on performance mode and even lower the graphics and still 1080p, it will pull 300 FPS. That's why this setup is called 300 FPS, boys. It's a really good GPU. It is the overclocked version OC, as you can see right here. So that means we will get even more FPS than the regular 570. So that's really good and really important. But don't sweat it, boys. We can still overclock the GPU at home and get even more FPS. I do have a few tutorials on how to overclock GPUs, but none for the Radeon RX GPUs yet. So if you would like a video like that, do be sure to comment down below. PCs are a really hot topic. As you can see, only 10 left in stock right here. I'm not saying for you to buy it, but if you would like this PC and this actual GPU, then you do want to probably grab it really quickly. It is 160 bucks, so that's really cheap for this GPU. You can also get any other GPU, so GPUs are a thing that you don't have to really look out for if they're compatible with your other components. Primarily, the CPU might underclock it or overclock it, but you know, that's not a big problem. As long as you have the right GPU that you want, it will fit into your setup nicely. But of course, don't underclock it with like not enough electricity in your power supply. But yeah, it's not a big deal really. for our build right here, you can actually get a really cheaper GPU if you would like to, for even less than 160 bucks and even less powerful. But you can also get a really better GPU, so you can get a GPU for like maybe 400 bucks, and on this rig right here, it will probably not be super underclocked, and you will be getting the near best performance from it. So that's really good about this rig. It's really upgradable and interchangeable with the components. A little fact about the Radeon GPU, boys. Radeon GPUs are also really cheap when compared to NVIDIA GPUs. So there's this thing called NVIDIA GeForce GPUs with RTX and GTX GPUs, and then there's the Radeon RX GPUs. And Radeon is a lot cheaper. And I'm not a professional, but I believe that Radeon GPUs are cheaper because they can only and primarily be used for gaming, while NVIDIA GPUs can be used for like maybe smart computer working and also graphics rendering. This GPU was released in 2017, and that's why it's so cheap. It lowered its price over time, but it's still a beast. So in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it will get anywhere from 100 to 150 and even 200 FPS, depending on your quality preset. So if you're running the game on Ultra, you will get 100 FPS. If you are running the game on the lowest settings and Full HD, then you will get 200 FPS with this GPU. So again, this bad boy can run anything with a really good FPS. And also for you Minecraft addicts, it can run Minecraft in 200 and 300 FPS. It's a really good buy. And lastly, this build right here that we've got, so with the GPU, with the RX 570 and the i3 processor, requires anywhere from 400 to 500 watt PCU. That means the power supply can be anywhere from 400 watts again to 500 watts. You don't need to go any bigger. 600, 750 watts will be an overkill, and you literally don't need it. Not a lot of GPUs in this world need that much electricity, and definitely not this PC right here that we've built. So pay attention and be sure not to waste your money on a too big of a PCU. And lastly, there we go, the RAM, boys. It's a Patriot Signature Premium, whatever that means. It's a DDR4 RAM, so we are getting 4 GB. It's a 1 stick by 4 GB. The speed is 2400. That you can see right here, and it is only 23 bucks. 23 bucks for 4 gigs, it's a really good price. I'm gonna teach you something. If you're buying a budget build, get 2 sticks by 4. It's gonna be a lot cheaper than getting 1 stick by 8, and that will be enough to play Fortnite on the maximum performance. For this build here, in order to fit for 300 bucks, we will be getting 1 stick, so that's 4 GB. And anyway, 4 GB will be completely enough to run Fortnite. Yes, it's a really small number for a RAM, but boys, if you are not going to be streaming or recording a YouTube video, this is really enough. People have like 32, 16, whatever, 64 gigs of RAM, and that's because they are YouTubers, they are streamers. They use their computer to actually play the game and also do mega hardcore streaming with really good quality. We will not be doing this on this budget PC, streaming or recording YouTube videos. I do recommend to get 2 sticks, so get 2 4 GB sticks. You will have 8 GB in total, and that will be enough for YouTube and Twitch streaming. So that's really important, boys. 4 if you're just playing, and 8 if you're gonna be an entertainer recording YouTube videos. And very quickly, as I was saying at the start of this video, this is DDR4. This whole PC is compatible with only DDR4 RAM. You cannot get DDR3 RAM and think that it will work. And if you already know all of this, sorry for busting your time, but yeah, boys, I do have to make sure that everyone understands this. And finally, for the case itself, boys. So the case, I have 2 options that you can choose. I have a black case and a white case. So white first, there we go. As you can see here, this is what I was talking about. The motherboard does come in 3 sizes. So a mini, a mid, and a big. And this case right here is a medium. So as you can see here, it's a mid tower. Right here it says in title, and this is the way it looks. It does look really good. As you can see, the tower case does have RGB lights in front of it, so that's really good looking. I never had anything like this myself, but yeah, it does look really slick. The glass panel again is magnificent. You will see everything light up inside of your PC. And then also the RGB fans, which I believe are also included. Yep. for RGB fans, it says. So right here in the title is magnificent. So as you can see, it does change colors right here. It's gonna look so dope. And the price is also really affordable. So 81 bucks, it's a really good price for this type of case. Quickly onto the next case. Drumroll, boys, there you go. The black case itself, it does look a little bit sleeker, but I do know that people prefer white, black cases, etc. And the black case does look magnificent. So as you can see here, it's even glass at the front of the panel, and you can see the RGB lights right here. It's amazing. Oh, even on this pic right here, you can actually see the RGB RAM. This will not be included. Our RAM does not light up, but boys, if you will be getting lighting up RAM, you can choose to do so. It is also a mid-tower, so as you can see here, it says so in the title. So that means it won't be too big and too small. You can fit the mini motherboard that we bought and also a really big GPU, and it will fit nicely together. Just the front of the case is absolutely amazing. So it does cost 110 bucks. I believe it is worth the money, but yeah, 100 bucks for a case, it's a lot of money. But yeah, if you do find something cheaper, please buy whatever you want. But this one, 110 bucks, I would get it, because come on boys, it does look sleek. It has glass panels all around the case. It lets you see through. It has like a black tint, so the glass, I presume, is also really tinted, and it just gives the PC a really good vibe. Very quickly, if you don't want any of these two cases and you believe a case is a waste of money, you don't need that, boys, don't buy one. Use a cardboard box. Believe me, it will be troublesome to set it up, but boys, when you will, it will save you a lot of money, and it will also be funny. So yeah, a cardboard box, you can use that for your PC case. I know a dude who did that, and it was actually hilarious, and it did work. So that he saved a lot of money on a case. He just did not care if he had a case or had a cardboard box. And that's really amazing. So boys, again, if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends for whoever needs a really good PC for a really good price to play competitive games like Fortnite on 300 FPS. In a few weeks, I'm gonna be recording something very different for my channel. I've never recorded anything like this. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but if you are interested, then make sure to stick around, because it is a really fun topic. Anyway, dudes, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoy and find it useful. If you want to join my future Battle Pass and V-Bucks giveaways, do make sure to easily apply by subscribing and leaving a comment with your Fortnite username. I will be choosing 5 random people in the near future for weekly gifts. Peace.